Hello and welcome everyone to another MineColonies Colonial Age video. I got here with me Kalira2287 who's playing Colonial Age with me, and Asher Slap who's playing how to not play Colonial Age with us. As Asher has been, I think, dying for the past couple minutes here and been setting pretty good example on how to not play it, but I hope soon he's going to be able to stand on his own feet. So
Yeah, no more dying, Asher.
yeah, hopefully. We got some exciting news, I think. We had a poll on our Discord, which is still open, but probably at the moment I'm going to release this video, it's going to be closed, where we asked people if we should set up a new 1.12 server since the old one was old and crowded, and the response was pretty overwhelming. Let me check it. From Patreons, we got 17 people yes and 3 don't cares and 0 people who didn't want it. And from the general server, we got, let me check it again, 80 people wanting, 33 not caring, and only 4 people not wanting to do it, where one of them is actually Wissy, who doesn't want it because then it means a lot of work for him. So we are probably going to set up this new server until next week. My goal to finish it is next Friday, since I'm going to travel on Sunday and I'm going to be on and off on Saturday. So that would be the general idea. And it would mean we are going to set up a completely new server with the same spawn as it is right now. We're probably going to exchange some smaller mods in the pack, so we might add 1 or 2 decorative mods, and probably going to remove the bird's nest mod and the edible bugs mod, since both of them were bugging and birding the people with nests and bugs. But besides that, things will stay the same, and for Patreons we offer the ability to take over 1 diamond chest. So we're going to scan in the diamond chest and the admins are going to paste it in for the patrons. It's 1 chest each, to not make it too overpowered, because the last update some people abused and made backpackception with 30 backpacks and brought over their entire base, which was a bit overpowered. And interestingly, the people who did that actually stopped working afterwards and playing because it was just boring with all the stuff. So this new server is probably going to get a new version of MineColonies, which we're currently testing, or the Patreons are testing it for us, which is a dynamic colony range. So I'm going to make a video on this probably in the course of this week, but the core functionality is going to be that the colony range, the colony claims, is not fixed anymore, and you're going to claim the colony range while you go. So that kind of means you start with a colony with a range of 4 chunks around the colony. To compare it, at the moment it's 8 chunks, and then if you place a normal hut, this hut only claims its own chunk. But if you upgrade the hut to level 3, for example, it will claim a 1 chunk radius around the hut. On level 5 it's going to be a 2 chunk radius. And then there are special buildings like, for example, the barracks, which can claim up to 5 chunks around the barrack. The town hall increases the range with each level as well, and the guard towers have a pretty good chunk claiming radius as well. So if you would then remove this building which claims this chunk, you would also lose again the chunk, so that's quite important in this case. So if you remove a building and the chunks of it become free for any player to edit, but if you have two buildings claiming the same chunk, it's still going to be protected. I think it's going to be quite an interesting change of way we're handling the colony claiming until now. What do you think, Kalira?
I think it's going to be really fun. I haven't tried it out yet, but I think it'll be great.
Yeah, we got, I think, 2-3 Patreons testing it at the moment, and they said it's been working smooth so far. Until we actually put it in the server, we're probably going to do some server testing as well to check if colonies can't eat each other up or something like that, but it should work out fine. And it should also work, those ghost chunk issues and these kinds of things should be fixed by that as well, which is going to be much less work for the admins to fix that as well. So in our colony here, we're still in urgent need of citizens. So we had upgraded 2 citizen huts, but it basically only filled in jobs we already had placed. So we had placed down so many worker buildings and not upgraded the citizen huts that we got much more jobs than people, and have now a lot of kids running around and a lot of other citizen huts being upgraded. So I hope this one is going to solve itself soon. So also John told me that he placed down the library, but I have no idea where he actually placed this library. He said in the northeast or west. I think I'm able to see it here in the minimap. Let me check it out. I also heard that Minecraft 14 is out, which probably is going to make that 1.13 is not going to get any mods at all, and most mods are going to be 1.14 only then, and we're quite probably going for 1.14 straight as well, and not going to go through the hassle of porting our mod to 1.13. That looks like an interesting place for a colony. So as you can see in this video, we also changed the rendering of the colony borders. It's not as easy to see because of the shaders, but you can see those boxes when you're holding the build tool. Did you see that already, Kalira?
I did. It is awesome to have that new border.
I think those borders which actually draw at the exact colony border, not anymore just fixed at the chunk range you have set, is helping a lot.
Well, and it's nice that they go way up and you can see them in the sky too, so that you don't have to run to the actual border to see where it is.
Yeah, that's another advantage. And you would even see it underground as well, so it's even possible to see these borders in, for example, cave colonies. So I'm checking currently where our borders of this colony end, to be able to determine what is a good place for the gigantic monastery then. Oops. Here. So I had initially planned to put the monastery maybe here on the other side of this river. Let's see if this works out with our chunk border. Whoop. I think we got a lot of space in this direction as well. Got an Enderman here. Yeah, this looks like plenty of space. I think this here would be a very nice space for the monastery, because since it's also on a mountain, we'll be able to secure. Yeah, our colony range is huge on this server. I think I ran a claim chunk command as well on this quarter to increase the colony range of this colony. So it would enable us to make another wall around this area too, so our monastery is secure. Because I think on the other place it's also interesting, but it's not as secure against the raiders. Well, I think here we're able to secure it better. So so yeah, our florist workers still in the works, and our developer who's responsible for it is still sleeping. I might just finish it myself if I actually get time to do it. Starting to get agony from it not being finished. So now, Kilira, do you have any question or anything you're wondering about MineColonies or anything similar?
Not anything right now that is a burning question in my brain. I'm just having lots of fun finding out new things. I did realize very quickly that you need to turn Enderman off of your guards, because, ow, I lost 3 in one day.
Oh yeah, it's because the rangers actually can't shoot the Endermen, and they'll get killed by the Enderman pretty quickly. Although I know we noticed that very high level archers are actually able to shoot so fast that the Enderman kind of teleports inside their arrows and it gets killed. But yeah, you need a
That's crazy.
quite high level archer to make that actually work. So yeah, we're going to pretty soon start working on those issues with the request system as well. Finally, we're currently finishing the GUI framework, and then the developer who is mainly responsible for the request system is going to check on the request system and find out where these problems are of things not getting produced and delivered, etc., to make that part much smoother as well, since we noticed that I think at the moment around 80% of all issues and reports are about the request system not working as intended, which is difficult since we are quite often not able to reproduce this bug. So if people report bugs to us, it would help us immensely if we can reproduce this bug. As an example, these days we had for a very long time a bug, I'm not sure with which work it was, and I played I think 12 hours. I was playing in a debug world and was able to reproduce this bug, and then fixing it was 5 minutes. So fixed time to finding these bugs is immense. So if people are able to find a way to reproduce these issues, it helps us a lot, since we're able to identify the bug pretty quickly in the development environment, and then fixing it is usually a question of minutes. So going to need oak wood. There we have it.
It's the smeltery that does ores, right? That
Yes.
breaks them down. And is it level 3? Does it start doubling?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. 3 is my goal.
On level 3, on level 1, he doubles with a percentage chance of the level of the worker. So if the worker is level 50 on level 1, there's a 50% chance of doubling it. On level 2, the chance doubles. So if the worker is level 20 on level 2, and then there's a 40% chance of doubling. And level 3, it's consistently doubling. On level 4, the same rule applies for tripling. So there's a chance to triple the ores.
Oh, wow.
So
That's good.
the idea was to make it competitive with Tinker's smelteries.
Yeah, I don't have a Tinkers in this. I'm not a big... I don't know. I don't do Tinkers.
Actually, I was a huge fan of Tinkers for a while, and then nowadays I'm pretty sick and tired of it. Just after years of the same mod, same functionality, same things, it got a bit lame, I think. Besides it being overpowered.
I'm just happy that we have ore excavation. That's all I care about.
Oh, we have multi-tools as well.
Yeah, those are pretty neat. The 3 pick thing, that's cool.
It's also a mod made by us. So, yeah, it's a very good mod and everyone should definitely download it. Not because I'm biased or anything. It also exists in 1.13 already, the multi-tool mod, but because Forge didn't fix a handling of it, they're a bit broken, so they mine things they shouldn't mine, like bedrock.
What's it today then?
Oh, that's strange.
It seems like vanilla changed the way they handle what can mine what, and Forge didn't adapt it yet, didn't fix it yet, and not enough people reported it, so they're not really motivated to fix it either.
Yes, sir.
So that's still an issue. But I think they're probably going to fix that relatively soon as well.
That's good.
So I'm wondering if we should maybe put dynamic trees on the official server. I think that's a mod we don't have on the official server. I think that might be a nice addition for the pack. It's actually a quite interesting mod, I think, although the developer told me that he actually stopped modding, so hopefully someone is going to port it to 1.14 and beyond afterwards.
Yeah, the dynamic trees are really cool. Once you figure out how to not get squished by them.
And we actually implemented that the lumberjack doesn't get squished by them, so he doesn't get fall damage.
That's really good. Because I can't imagine that the AI and fall damage would be very happy together.
So this storage mod is giving me some headache. It's if I shift click to remove the item from the crafting grid, it crafts it. But now with another item, it just doesn't do anything at all. This is just weird. Let's put those nuggets back. Yeah, I think that was everything for this video. We're approaching the 20-minute mark already as well. I'm going to continue finishing those citizen huts here so we can get some exciting other workers in the next videos. And yeah, I'm going to see you in the next videos. See you.